Hey everyone, welcome to the Monday Pause. Today's video is about finding some clarity and calmness in the mind. So often our days can feel incredibly full as we rush from one thing to the next, and this chaos, this busyness can often be reflected in our minds. You might feel like you have this constant stream of thoughts just coming and going. And so today's short meditation is about finding space between those thoughts so that we do still experience those moments of clarity, of calmness, even on the most busy, crazy days. So start by getting into a nice comfortable position. You might come into a cross-legged seat or lay down flat on your mat or your bed. Get nice and comfy as you lengthen through your spine and soften your shoulders, your belly. Take a nice big breath in. And on your next breath out, gently close down your eyes or find a soft gaze. And we'll start here by drawing your full attention over to your breath. So there's no need to change it here, just noticing it as you breathe in, where you fill up in your body, and that natural contraction as you breathe out. And each time your mind wanders in this practice, know that that's completely normal. But from here on out, let's use our breath as an anchor to draw us back here. At the top of your next inhale, notice this very subtle moment of stillness right before your exhale. Each time you breathe in, draw your full awareness to that single little point of calmness, this pause right before you breathe out. Continue breathing naturally, just keeping your awareness on your breath and that pause between inhale and exhale. See if you can continue to keep this awareness of the pause on the breath in, but perhaps you start to notice it as you breathe out. So at the bottom of your exhale, notice this little pause right before you breathe in to your next inhale. Continue breathing just naturally here, noticing this moment of stillness between breaths. It's such a subtle, quick pause that we often miss it, particularly if we're rushing from one thing to the next, from one breath to the next. When you draw your full attention to it, perhaps you can start to notice it here. You can think of this kind of like clouds on a really, really cloudy day. If you look up at the sky, you might not be able to see the sun. But if you look up at it long enough, you'll catch these little glimpses between the clouds where you do see the sun, even if just for a moment. Either way, it's always there. If your mind has wandered off to something else, come back to your breath. Bring your full attention and awareness back to your breath. Breathing in, noticing that pause. Breathing out, noticing that subtle moment of stillness once again. And now slowly move your attention to any sounds around you, outside of you. Feel each area of your body that makes contact with your mat, the floor, or your bed. Start to invite some gentle movement back into your fingertips and your toes. And perhaps gently blinking open the eyes here. Before you move, Just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. If there's any little subtle changes between the start of practice and the end. Maybe there's a little bit of a sense of lightness or spaciousness. Meditation is a practice. It's a skill that takes time. So thank yourself for choosing to invest some time in your meditation practice today, and thank you for practicing with me. I hope you can bring this feeling that you've cultivated through your practice off your mat and into your day.